pages in order to boost the page rank for a desired page. We will see how we can prevent this type of spams, or how search engines detect them, and then we will talk about the mass of this kind of spamming. So we mentioned that spammers can attempt to fool the page rank by creating a structure of websites called a spam farm that increases the page rank of pages that normally would not get it. So the page rank prevents the spammers from using term spam to fool the search engine. So if somebody puts up this dictionary, then the Google will detect that and will stop them. They still will increase their page rank, but their page rank will not be high enough to where they will make it in the top 10. If the spammer is going to try to fool the page rank, they have three options. They have their own pages. They can affect their own pages because they have control over them. They can affect pages that are accessible to them. That is, let's say, a Facebook page or some blog. They could go there, somebody's asking a question, and they say, the answer to your question is on my website, so here's a link to it, and they are adding links to their websites, and that fools the page rank. And then there is a bunch of other pages that they cannot have no control over. So let's say if the goal is to maximize the page rank of a specific page. How can we do this? We can get as many links as possible from accessible pages. So let's say we can go to Facebook or different blogs and post more and more links to the target page T. The more links we post, the higher the page rank will be. And then we can construct what's called a spam farm to get the multiplier effect for the page rank. So we're going to create a bunch of websites that all have links to our target page. So this target page is getting page rank boost from these accessible pages. These are, let's say, blogs and other places we could post our link. And then it is getting increased page rank from all of these artificially created by us websites that have links pointing to it, and it also points to those websites as well. And here is for the number of websites that do this, and let's say it's 1 million. If we create 1 million websites and all of them have a link to our target page T, then the page rank for it would be 1 millionth, or it would be a significant proportion of the number of websites that exist on the web. And so that will definitely increase the page rank for this target page. So the links are two-way. What you see here, spam pages point to our page, and our page points back to those spam pages, but they don't point in between each other too much, because if they do that, that's going to affect the page rank. So the way we will compute this, how much the page rank will be increased if we do a spamming farm like that. So suppose the rank from accessible pages is X, so they will increase by X from posting the link in random pages, blogs and others that they can post it. Currently the page rank is Y for this page. Taxation rate, let's say this is 85, so it's 85% of this Y will be retained. The others are taxed because we have this tax that is equal to that is for all pages to prevent spider traps and such. And the rank of each farm page will be equal to this, and this M is the number of spam pages that we have, and N is the total number of web pages on the web. So then the rank of each of these farm pages will be the tax times the rank of the target page divided by the number of spam pages that we have there. And this factor is not very big because it's a lot of pages on the internet, on the web. So this M, we said that it's 1 million. So that's what we are concerned with. The tax is, like I said, this is 85% of the original rank is retained. If that's the case, then this is the equation for the page rank for this target page. So X is what it gets from the accessible pages, then this is the tax times the 1 million pages that point to it. And again the tax times the original page rank of it divided by the million pages. And we take into consideration tax for total number of pages on the web because all of pages get a tax. This number will be small, as I mentioned, because it's divided by total number of websites on the web. This right here is the equation we have seen earlier. That is the page rank for each of the spam form pages. So if we use this 85 here, then what happens is once we solve this equation, the page rank of this page will be bumped up by 3.6 times, a factor of 3.6. Now, if we create this kind of spam form, Google will detect that. And it'll drop it from the web and from the search results. So they already know about these kind of schemes, and that doesn't mean that the spammers gave up. They always come up with more complex algorithms to fool the search engine and the page rank results. So that's what these search engine optimizations do. They optimize and they increase page rank for business pages, and then the Google researchers are trying to detect them and prevent that from happening. So how do they prevent that? How do we determine if there is a spam form like that? So what we can do is calculate a measure called spam mass that's going to tell us how likely the page rank is to come from a spam or not. And the way it does that is by using this trust rank. So there is a set of pages similar to these teleports that we saw earlier that is a set of trusted for us pages. So these are some important pages. Let's say these are pages of large companies or pages of universities that are not likely to be spamming, and So this spam mass is computed for each page that tells, uses this trust rank and tells how many links do you have from big pages that we trust. If we don't see any links from pages that we trust, then you are probably spamming. So we don't trust what you say about yourself, we trust what other people say about you. And so that's how they're using, that's what Google is using to prevent this spamming. How do we choose the pages to trust? It could be that a person will inspect them, or it could be done automatically. But typically, large universities and large corporations are not likely to be spamming. Also, the spammers, they can influence the page rank, but they will not be able to make it to the top 10 or to the most important search results if this trusted set is